Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie and I am a beautiful mess, officially. Here on my channel, I like to do a lot of project painting content, eyeshadow content, and really any other kind of makeup content that I can think of. So if you're down with that, sit back, relax, and come on a magical makeup journey with me. Today, we are going to be doing a get ready with me where you see me do this makeup look. And we also discuss where the hell have I been, Loca, over the last year and what the future of my channel is. So if that sounds good to you, grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. So now you get bare-faced me. Welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a little bit of time, almost a year, so I thought I would have my first video back be a get ready with me and explain where I've been. Now I know I don't have to explain anything, but I wanted to be able to tell you guys what's going on in my life and why I haven't filmed in almost a year. And I thought I would do it while I get ready with you. So get ready with me, pull out your makeup, and let's get going. I will be talking about the makeup in this video, so I will be linking it down below in the description box in case you are curious. If my setup looks a little bit wonky, I could not find my other tripod, and we'll get into why in just a second. Well, not just a second, in a little bit. So where I've been. My last video was almost a year ago, in March of 2024. I have my mirror over here, just so you guys know. Usually I have my mirror right in front of me, and it's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. I'm a beautiful mess, officially. I haven't filmed in a long time, so I'm really rusty. So I guess we should start at the beginning. So my partner had to have 3 major surgeries last year, with the first of them being in January. Now I'll say this up front, not life-threatening. She is fine. Everybody is okay, but last year was just a year. So the first of 3 surgeries started in January, which I was still filming through, still posting through while taking care of her. And everything seemed to be fine. What really stopped me shooting videos was my face. So if you have watched some of my older videos, you guys know that in October of 2023, I had an issue where my eyes ended up puffing up on me, and I will post pictures here, I'm sure I still have them, of what that looked like. And I actually have a video on that, on why that happened to me, but the short story of that is that I now suffer from chronic dry eye. Thanks, perimenopause. So chronic dry eye caused my eyes to swell, and they had no idea what was wrong with me for like a month and a half. And then I started getting skin issues about when I stopped filming, which was I think March of last year. I'll put pictures in of what those look like. But I was getting red, I was getting patchy, I had scaly skin all over here, and no matter the amount of moisturizer I used, it didn't help. So I stopped wearing makeup. Didn't go to the doctor because I don't have good health insurance. And I know that's not a good excuse, but I was trying to figure it out on my own, trying to figure out what was wrong with me, using different moisturizers, until I finally realized I think I had a yeast infection on my face. So once I started figuring that out, got my face healed, we got into June. And June was a month where my partner had to have her second major surgery. And we ended up flying out to San Francisco for 5 weeks, where she had surgery. I was her caregiver. We stayed out there for the entire time and then flew home. And then she continued to heal for 3 months. And really, you're not fully healed from the surgery she had for about a year, but she's doing great. She's doing amazing. And it was just a huge ordeal. And while we were out there, my skin was still giving me issue. I work in retail. And when we came back, I was working one day. I still wasn't wearing makeup. I was focused on her. I was focused on the tasks that I needed to do at hand. And I had one of my customers ask me, what's going on with your face? And I said, I don't know. I have tried every kind of moisturizer. I thought I had a yeast infection for a while. That seemed to help for a little bit, but I'm still having issues. I still had red patches. I still did not feel like I had a normal face, which is horrible. Like when you are presenting yourself to the world, your face is the first thing that people see. And like, I kept getting asked questions. What's wrong with you? What's going on? What is the deal? And the customer I was actually talking to was a dermatologist. And after I told him what I had been doing, he's like, no, you need to stop all of that and you need to get yourself some CeraVe. I said, what? It was the one thing I hadn't tried. He was like, yeah, you need to get the CeraVe face cleanser and you need to get the CeraVe like high ultra, I think I have it right here, the moisturizing cream. And lo and behold, about a month of using that and my face turned to normal. So that brings us to about August, which is when my partner had her third surgery. And at that point, I was like, I'd been away from YouTube for so long. I just didn't know how to come back at that point because we were just dealing with so much. August, my partner had her third surgery. She had it, recovered from that. And then we were into middle of September, which in retail, if you work retail, if you know anything about retail, that is really when we start getting ready for holiday. And I'm not going to say the store that I work at, but we were getting ready for holiday. So I was working crazy amounts of hours. I was trying to take care of her. I was trying to get everything together and didn't really have time for the YouTube. Although I do have to say that after not doing videos for a year, I miss it immensely, which is why I'm here now, but more on that in a minute. Getting ready for holiday, going through all of that. She's healing, she's doing amazing. And I was also in the process of looking for another job. I have been looking for another job for quite a while now because I'm not happy where I am. I really want to get out of retail. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a high school English teacher, and I won't go into details about why I stopped teaching, but there's no way that I would ever consider going back to that. So going back to retail was supposed to be, you know, what does a teacher do after she stops teaching? And then I got sucked into the you have a future in this company. And then that 8 years later, here I am, not happy and just ready to move on and find something new. But in the middle of the holiday, trying to do that, it's a pain in the neck and it's time consuming and it is just a rigmarole. And again, I felt like I had no time for YouTube. Finally, in December, I had been planning, okay, January, I'm gonna come back to YouTube. Everything is good with my partner. All the surgeries are done. Everything is taken care of. She's doing amazing. So I am going to start doing YouTube videos again. And all that while, we had been looking for a house because Oh, that was the other thing. My partner's father, I forgot. How could I forget? A week after Valentine's Day last year, passed away. So we were also dealing with that in February, going down to Jersey, which, if you don't know, we live in Connecticut, and or both of us are originally from New Jersey, and her family is still down in Jersey. And with her father passing, she and I were going back and forth, spending time with my mother-in-law, with arrangements, making sure everything was okay. So at the end of 2024, we had made a decision that we did not want my mother-in-law, which I call her mom. My mom is passed, so if I say mom, it's my mother-in-law. We didn't want her 3 hours away. So we had decided that we were all going to look for a house and move in together. And it was something that was talked about, wasn't something that we were really ready to pull the trigger on. And then, if you notice, I'm in a different place than my last YouTube video. And the reason is because in the middle of December, we actually found a house that was perfect. None of us were expecting to move in the middle of the winter. None of us were expecting to find the house that would house everybody and be the house that we really wanted it to be. But lo and behold, these kinds of things just tend to happen. And the house of our dreams came on the market for an amazing price. It had been on the market for over 100 days. So we were able to get a really good deal on it. So in the middle of December, in the middle of holiday, in the middle of winter, I began moving. And not just me, my partner, my mother, all of us were in the process of trying to get moved. And I was on a time crunch because I was leasing an apartment. I knew that I couldn't be out of there by the end of December. So decided, okay, I'm going to try to be out of there by the end of January. So I had to pack everything up, get everything moved. We decided that we weren't going to rent a truck, that we were just going to move the stuff in my car and my partner's pickup truck and just move everything up that way and take the month and a half to do that. So in the middle of holiday, in the middle of trying to find a job, in the middle of moving, there was really no time for YouTube videos and no time to plan for the beginning of January. So end of January comes, I'm all moved in, and the process of trying to get mom up here has been very slow going. So we are still in the process of that. Everything is a mess. I'm not using my normal tripod that I used to use because it's packed somewhere and I have no idea where it is. If this looks a little bit wonky, I'm really rusty. I'm looking for a brush. I am really, really rusty at this, so give me some grace. I decided that, now that all of my stuff is moved in, we're still in the process of trying to get mom's stuff moved in. We are still trying to get me unpacked and organized and sometimes living out of boxes. And it's really hard to do that when you're trying to merge 3 households together, and it's a process. It's definitely a process. So I was like, okay, when am I going to start doing YouTube videos? Which, by the way, I did not find another job. I'm still at the same place and I'm still looking for a job. So now my time is moved in between trying to find a job, trying to unpack, trying to help get mom up here, trying to get my partner situated here. And it is just crazy. Everything is crazy right now. But I was like, it's been almost a year. I really miss YouTube. I miss YouTube a lot. I miss you guys. And apparently some of you miss me because I have been asked, you know, I know you're not making YouTube videos, but do you want to do a collab? And I was like, let me get back into the groove of YouTube again. And then, yes, I would love to do a collab, which I won't say who it's with, just in case it's a secret. But if you're watching, you know who you are, and it's almost time. But yes, I feel like now I am ready to come back to YouTube. I have missed it immensely, but the schedule that I was doing last year, there's no way that I can do that schedule again. So what is going to be the future of my channel? That is the question. Well, this came out really good. I love this. This is the maple, I know I wasn't gonna say, I'm not talking about the makeup, but this is the maple syrup pancakes palette by Too Faced. What is the future of my channel? There is absolutely no way that I can do 3 videos a week like I was doing before. With me trying to find a job, trying to get the house situated, trying to think about content, trying to go through life and get everything settled, I asked myself, I said to myself, hey, what can you commit to? If you want to come back to YouTube, what can you commit to? So I thought about it and I said to myself, I'm really only going to be able to do 1 video a week. Which, if you were watching my videos before, like I said in my intro, I like to do a lot of project panning content. I love eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is my favorite part of makeup because I feel like I can, you know, really express myself. The artistry of it I love. It's just something that is one of my favorite parts of makeup. So I was doing a whole bunch of different projects, probably more than what I could handle. So now I'm like, okay, you're doing 1 video a week. Most months have only 4 weeks in them, so that's 4 videos a month. So what are you going to cut out? What are you actually going to do? Before I was doing a rolling Project 10 pan, I was doing Project 10 uses, I was doing a pan that palette, I was doing, what else was I doing? Makeup rehab series, I was doing Project Level Up, I was doing a whole bunch of the Fantastic Ladies collabs, which if you don't know the Fantastic Ladies, they are a group on Facebook that are amazing, and they have all kinds of different project pans that you can participate in, either whether or not you shoot YouTube videos, or just on Instagram, just on TikTok, just want to do it for your own satisfaction. It is an amazing group, and they have so many amazing projects. I was doing a Dungeons and Dragons project pan. I was doing Panner's Bingo that I loved and was actually kicking butt in, I think. But that's so many projects. And one of the things that I realized is that I like doing a rolling Project 10 pan because I like to use up my makeup. I like to go through my makeup. I like to use up my products. But makeup takes forever to use. And with a rolling Project 10 pan, which, just in case you're new to the panning community and you happen to find this video, I pity you. No, I'm kidding. It is where you choose 10 projects and you basically use them until you complete them and then roll them out and roll something else in. So I was really neglecting the rest of my makeup collection. And with doing a rolling Project 10 pan, how I decided that I was going to counterbalance that was by doing Project 10 uses, which basically I wanted to touch every piece of makeup in my collection at least 10 times in a year. And I was doing that rolling style, and I was doing that where the products were randomly generated. And towards the end of when I stopped filming, I realized that I was getting products that were rolled in that weren't really working for the looks that I was doing, because I am one of those people. I tend to do my makeup according to seasons, which foundation you kind of have to, unless you have mixers, which I really don't have a lot of. So, you know, if you get a foundation rolled in that you're supposed to use in the summer because that's when your skin is tan, and you get that rolled in January, that's not really going to work for you. And I would rather use that when I'm supposed to. And with my eyeshadow palettes, oh, that's the other project I was doing. I was doing No Pan Left Behind on all of my eyeshadow palettes, which I know I haven't done an updated inventory, but when I last left you, I had like 84 eyeshadow palettes, and now I'm up to 105. Yeah, I didn't stop buying makeup. I just stopped shooting YouTube videos about it. So now I have 105 palettes, and that is so many palettes to get through. All of this to say, what projects am I going to do? And that is still something that I'm still debating. But it is the end of February when I'm shooting this. It is almost March. And I was like, you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. So 4 videos a month. Do I want to do a makeup rehab? Because that is where I show you my empties. And I do think that that is something that I still want to do. Oh, deck of panning. How can I forget deck of panning? I want to do deck of panning. I want to do Project Level Up. I'm doing a Pan That palette already. I chose a palette at the beginning of the year. Sorry, I'm all over the place. My ADHD is just kicking in this morning, and I haven't shot a video in forever. So if you can follow my stream of consciousness, bless you. But at that point, like that's more than 4 videos. Makeup rehab series, a No Pan Left Behind series, a rolling Project 10 uses, that's 3, deck of panning, Project Level Up, we're already at 5. So that's already overextending what I think I can do. And, you know, as the year goes on, I'll get more time, I'm hoping, to be able to shoot more in a week. But right now, everything is just crazy. So I'm not going to overextend myself. I am going to pick the projects that mean the most to me. And I also want to leave room in there for collabs as well, which that might mean that there's an extra video some weeks. And I'm okay with that, as long as I can find the time to actually shoot that collab, you know. And if that means that one of my updates gets pushed in a week because I don't have the time to shoot that video, then so be it. I just want to start making content again. One of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel is because I had a friend that was asking me, you know, how do you do makeup? And I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. That's why I decided to name this channel A Beautiful Mess, because playing with makeup, it's supposed to make you beautiful, but I'm a hot mess. And I embrace that. And it is not, you know, putting me down. I embrace the messiness, because life is messy. I'm messy. And there's beauty in mess, for sure. I love the fact that this is my namesake. I actually really do, because it really encompasses my personality to a T. Tangents, bunny trails, oh my. So what projects am I gonna do? I really want to do deck of panning, and I was hoping to get this video up the week before deck of panning was due, which, if you don't know, deck of panning usually comes out on the 20th of every month. The creator of it is Emily from Emily and Max, and she's very flexible, you know, if you're late, what have you, but I really want to participate in the community. that's the whole reason why I started this channel, is because I had always wanted to start a YouTube channel and just didn't know what I wanted to start it about. And when my friend asked me, you know, how do you do makeup? And I started learning, I got really engrossed in beauty YouTube and found that I really loved it. I really love makeup. And it has been 2.5 years since I started this channel, and I still love makeup. It still hasn't gone anywhere. And so I feel like this is going to be one of the things that I love for the rest of my life. I wanted to always start a YouTube channel, and I was like, okay, so makeup should be the thing that you're posting about. I started off doing reviews. I really don't think that that's the route that I want to go because of the whole thing of the overconsumption. It's a lot of, you know, purchasing your own makeup for reviews, and that's something that is just not in the budget right now, with buying a house, with, you know, trying to figure out what is happening, who's doing what. It's just not feasible for me. So that's when I found the project panning community, and I said, that is something I can get behind, using your makeup. I don't want to say I am a conscious consumer because I buy a lot of makeup, but that's something that I really strive towards, or want to strive towards, but I'm not there yet. I love Erin Taylor's channel. She is amazing when it comes to conscious consumerism and really buying beauty on a budget. So if you haven't checked her out, check her out. I will link her channel in the description box down below. But project panning was something that I was like, okay, that I can get behind. I can use up my products. I can film updates. I can do all of that. And I was really having a lot of fun. But I don't want to get YouTube famous. That's not what this is about. I want to make friends. I want to join a community. And if you don't know, I did post it at the beginning of the video. I have a YouTube channel. I also have a TikTok. I haven't really posted on TikTok in quite a while because shooting video takes a lot of time, and that's just not something that I had a lot of nowadays. Instagram is where I have been really immersing myself into, and I have met a lot of fabulous people on Instagram, and I've been posting my looks daily. So if you want to see looks, head over to my Instagram. It's also a Beautiful Mess Officially with underscores in between the words. So building a community on this YouTube channel, making friends, that's what's important to me. And that's what's always been important to me. And as long as that is at the forefront, it doesn't matter how many videos I do in a month. It just doesn't matter. That leaves me with, okay, what videos am I going to do in a month? What videos am I going to do in a month? I really want to do deck of panning, like I said. So that's one of them. I am doing a pan that palette this year against my better judgment because I am never good at pan that palette. I have never finished a palette in a year. I have never been able to, I don't want to say win at it, but like I have fun at it. That's what my goal is. It would be great to finish up a palette in a year, but unless you're using that palette every day, I feel like that's not possible. And that's just not something that interests me because I like variety. I like dipping into my 105 eyeshadow palettes. I like creating different looks. I like the artistry of it. So that is something that is important to me. So even though I'm doing a pan that palette, I don't know that I'm going to showcase that on my channel as one of my episodes for the month because there's other things that I could have more fun with. So rolling project 10 pan. I don't think I'm doing that this year. I started one, I took pictures at the beginning of January, and I've been using certain things every day. Like there's a lip liner that I have been trying to use up. There is a liquid lipstick that's a mini that I have been trying to use up. And I'm bored already. I have been using up things organically, and that is the purpose of a project 10 pan, rolling project 10 pan. is to use your makeup. So as long as I'm using my makeup, I don't think that is a project that I need to add to my repertoire. And I know a lot of people like rolling Project 10 pans. I love watching rolling Project 10 pans. But as of right now, it's just not something that is going to fit into my schedule and my life. And frankly, it's not lending itself to how I want to use my makeup. Project 10 uses. That is something that I have been doing already. I've been keeping track of how many uses I have on all of my products, and I will continue to do that. I used to do it randomized with the Wheel of Wonder, and I miss the Wheel of Wonder, which is basically the Tiny Decisions app. And I love tracking my uses on my products, but I have found that doing it organically is better for me. And it is going to be more helpful to help me see what I'm using and what I'm not, because I would forget about things. There were things that I'd be like, okay, like I forgot I owned you. And that's not good either. I want to use my makeup. I want to love my makeup. I bought it. I want to use it, which is why I never declutter anything. I will continue to track my uses on it. And if you guys are interested in that, I might throw that into another project to just give you updates and whatnot, because I kind of want to do a beauty rehab still. So deck of panning, beauty rehab. And the reason why I want to do a beauty rehab is because I want to keep myself accountable, because I don't want to be bringing in more products than what I use. That's important to me. I thought I had done really well last year at not bringing in more items than what I used. I think I broke even last year. And then I realized there were 2 eyeliners that were gifted to me that I had forgot to put into my spreadsheet. I realized that this year. So I think I was 2 over. If you never watched my beauty rehab series, I had a 2 out, 1 in system where I'd use up 2 makeup products to be able to bring 1 in. And I was at the point where like I was just buying whatever I wanted, but I was keeping a tally of, was I in the positive, was I in the negative? And I do really like to do that. And I think that is something that I'm going to continue to do. Now, with that being said, that's where I also show you my empties. But with the beauty budget, that is a place where I could potentially, update you on my Pan That palette. I can update my Pan That palette on Instagram, because I really love Pan That palette. I love the progress pictures. I love being able to see everything. Within the beauty budget, I show you my empties. We go through on how much I have purchased in every month, and that is something that I really want to continue to do to hold myself accountable. So, deck of panning, makeup rehab. So there's 2. So now I have 2 more. Project Level Up is something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and it is something that was created by Sophie Alexandra. It is highly popular on YouTube. I love watching it on YouTube, and I really want to participate in that this year too. So Project Level Up, and potentially I could throw my Pan That palette in with my Project Level Up. That's an idea. So that is something that I definitely want to participate in, film an intro for, and really have fun with it, because that's what I want. Is I want to have fun. And that's why I miss YouTube, because I miss having the fun. So deck of panning, makeup rehab, Project Level Up / Pan That palette. That leaves me with 1 more. What do I want to do with that 1 more spot? I am doing Project 10 uses, like I said. Without the randomization, I don't know if you guys would be interested in like an update on that, which I could also throw into the end of my makeup rehab. I could do a whole video on that. I just don't want to do a rolling project 10 pan because I neglect my entire makeup collection when I do that. I still want to use stuff up organically, so that's what the makeup rehab series will help me with. So that fourth one, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. There is a project that is going around called Project Panoply that was created by Jamie, and it's escaping me what her handle is right now. I'll put her in the description box down below. But that looks like so much fun too, and something that I really feel like I would have a lot of fun with. But as I'm sitting here, I am feeling like I'm missing a major project that I haven't talked about yet. So I am not committed to exactly the projects that I'm going to be doing. I will have to sit down, plan it out, think it out, and really figure out, there's a lot of outs, what I'm going to be doing. And like I said, collabs, I really want to do collabs this year. And it actually really surprised me when the person that reached out to me and said that they wanted to do a collab with me. And I was like, okay, like this is what I wanted. The whole community thing, making friends, like that's what this is all about. So those aren't going to come around every day. And I know that, but I want to prioritize those and make room for those. So like I said, if that means that one of my updates gets pushed, so be it. All right, let's take a look here, see what we're doing. For someone who's not really paying very much attention, this makeup is actually not coming out bad. I have been continuing to do my makeup once my skin cleared, once I got a handle on that, once everything worked out. Although I still have some dry patches along the sides of my nose. I always have those. It's winter time here in Connecticut. And that is definitely something that happens to me in the wintertime, but it's not anything that's not abnormal. So that is my story, and I am sticking to it. And I have much more makeup to do. I can't type line and talk to you at the same time. Let me get my eyeliner on. I'll be right back. All right, I am back and the eyeliner is on. I can't do eyeliner on camera. I just can't. I can do lower lash line, but not upper lash line. Oh, and I have eyeliner on my nose. So yeah, that is where I'm at right now. I am planning on coming back, doing one video a week. I am interested in doing collabs, so if you would like to do a collab with me, just hit me up on Instagram. I am a Beautiful Mess officially over there as well. I don't really do TikTok that much anymore, but I'm hoping that like once I get the whole YouTube thing back into the swing of things again, maybe I can start doing get ready with me videos over on TikTok with my eyeshadow at the very least. Because eyeshadow is my favorite. And it's something that I have a lot of fun with. But I would love your input in the comments down below. For those of you that are watching this, if you are old school A Beautiful Mess viewers, thank you for coming back. I greatly appreciate it. What were your favorite projects that I did a year ago? What would you like to see? Put it in the comments down below, and definitely I can take that into consideration too, because not only is this the YouTube channel for me, but I also want it to be for you as well, because at the end of the day, we all watch YouTube as a form of television, as a form of entertainment, and I want to be entertaining. I want to do videos that people would like to see, as well as create community and friendships and the whole nine. So definitely put it in the comments down below. What were your favorite videos that I used to do? What would you like to see me do again? Are you up in arms that I'm not doing a rolling Project 10 pan? Are you going to miss Project 10 uses with the Wheel of Wonder? which with Project Level Up, the Wheel of Wonder will be back for sure. But yeah, I would love to hear your comments. Put it down below. Like I said, this is something that is still in flux, but the one thing I know is that I want to come back to YouTube. And so here I am with this video for you and for me and this beautiful makeup look. The only thing I have left to do are my brows, and I'll be right back. All right, the brows are on. Just gonna throw a little lip gloss on, and then this look will be completed. But thank you so much for joining me today and listening to my ramblings, especially after me being absent for a year. If you have questions about the YouTube portion of the program, I'm happy to answer those questions. I will not be giving out any more information about my partner than I already have, just because it's her personal business, and that is something that I don't really want to share with the internet, and I hope you guys understand that. Let me brush my hair so you can actually see the finished look. All right, so this is the completed look, complete with lip gloss and my hair being brushed, even though I just broke my brush. But yeah, so that is where I'm at. So you can expect to see uploads from me weekly. I am not exactly certain as to what day I'm going to be doing my uploads on. I think this one is you're going to be seeing this on a Saturday. And it's all dependent upon, because I work retail and my days off during the week change, and then schedules aligning with my mother and my partner, they come first, their priorities. So it may move days during the weeks to come, but we will figure it out together. But thank you so much for joining me for this weird episode. Thank you for bearing with me if you made it this far. Put a purple heart emoji in the comments as well. But thank you guys so much, and know that I have missed you immensely, and I am really excited to be coming back to YouTube. So I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.